Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the POV Show, where we drop our 2 cents on today's events, everyday life, shiznit. Anyway, I go by the name Rob Bars. On to the right of me, this will be Ajax. On to the left of me will be 7 City Central. And the other left, further left, Sister Cider.
G-H-O-S-T. O-S-P.
Ghost.
Yeah.
I'm not giving y'all that. That's my nickname that I named her. Okay? I call her Ghost.
Ghost is Cinemosis.
None of y'all call her Ghost. I call her Ghost.
Oh, sure. Right.
Yeah, alright. So, since last week, how's everybody been?
Life's been shitty.
Taking
Life is shitty.
Hey, man.
Parenthood and working. And
That's some
all
shit
those
very
things.
good. We don't talk about that part.
No, man.
you feel like talking? You feel like speaking parenthood?
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
I like to say fuck the kids.
No.
That's how you feel?
Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids.
Yeah, you gonna
A lot of kids.
You gonna get us
Fuck a lot of
flagged.
kids with these motherfuckers.
Everybody supposed to know that.
Say fuck the kids.
She gets chapel taking service at the door. You know, saw your video.
Alright.
Yeah,
My name is Lock Bars.
AKA regular guy.
Seven man.
I got one for y'all.
Get a
I'm
gram
actually
from
gonna throw y'all a
Don't get a gram from me.
I'm gonna actually throw y'all a
This is what this
curveball.
was.
It's not on the itinerary.
Tender protein.
No, not on the
No tender.
Oh no, you might get you one out there. I don't know. But gender roles.
In relationships?
I guess not even just relationships, just period. The reason why I brought this up because I can't think of the name, but there was I'm looking at something and there was a woman and she preaches this and I don't know her damn name. I cannot think her name saying her life. But what basically she was saying was, as far as she was speaking on her behalf as far as women. We are now in a time, well, basically said back in the day, we had it right back in the day. Now what she's saying is, because I know people gonna jump straight at your throat as soon as they hear it.
Yeah.
And they were saying women played a role and then men played a role. Is that 2 hours for real?
No.
2 minutes? Alright, cool. I'm tripping.
How long we been here?
Thank you guys. Have a good night. No, but basically she was saying nowadays a lot of women is like so quick to be strong all the time that they don't identify with their, if I'm saying the word correctly, femininity. Not saying that you can't be independent, but being feminine, everybody's so I'm strong black and niggas ain't shit, I hold my own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was basically feeling like that got black women nowhere but being like single parents or no relationships or where they're just bitter about men. And the issue came where there should be equality, right? Like alright, I gotta figure out how to say it.
Just say it, nigga.
Just dominate the role that you play, right?
Yeah.
You stand by your man, but dominate in your role. Don't just get in front and try to be, you know what I'm saying? Because
Something that you're not.
I respect women that are self-sufficient as well. I don't want to do everything all the damn time. You do it, you know what I'm saying? And if anything happens, I got your back, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you feel like you want to change the tire, go ahead. Shit, I'll show you how to do it. We do it together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really too much accustomed to the old school ways, but I can understand what she was kind of saying because she was saying basically, she was asked, what are the roles that should be played? She was basically saying when she's around a man, she should automatically feel safe.
Yes.
She should feel protected.
Yes.
She should feel safe.
Yes.
And it was like, all right, because y'all always on niggas. What does a man supposed to feel when he's around a woman? And she said that he's supposed to feel peace. She's always supposed to bring peace around and comfort and things of that nature. And she's saying those things aren't happening. It's just always uptight. You this. There's no relaxing.
I think everybody pick and choose what they want. You know, man, do this, man, do that. And then like women be like, oh, I ain't doing that for niggas. Is it like that?
That's the strong pro-blackness.
No, it's not even that.
It
is not even that. What it is society has brainwashed majority of only black women to hate black men.
Exactly.
And have programmed black men to despise black women.
Okay.
They have turned us against each other.
So
right?
I agree. I agree completely with everything that you say. You're going to say like those things. But I agree with you. Completely. And even more so, I think that according to our parents, back in those times, we were supposed to do those things. But it was back in those times, you know. So moving forward to a new generation.
Say our parents. Let's go another generation.
Okay, so let's say our parents
started with our parents.
You're right. Let's say with our parents, because that's what taught them to teach us, right?
Yeah.
So my grandma, my grandfather, they taught my mother, and my father's parents taught my father.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're supposed to be a man, provide, do what you need to do. That was it. Be a man, provide, do what you need to do. Mom, you need to stay at the house, take care of these kids, cook, clean, do what you need to do. Make your husband happy by any means necessary. So whatever your husband wants, that's what you give. You know, so moving forward in our generation now today, I feel like our generation, meaning literally myself as well as you guys, because we're all in the same generational pocket, we interpret things. We take things, we decipher it, we break it down, and now we're taking it to a point where we're just saying, okay, what makes me happy? What makes you happy? You happy, you happy. Mm-hmm. That's your standard of your relationship. You still have in the back of your mind what your parents taught you. You know, a man's supposed to provide. That's a great standard. That's a great trait. That's supposed to be what it is. Absolutely, a man's supposed to provide. A woman, take care of the household, make your house a home. You know, do what you gotta do. But all that in between that gray area is what you make up with your spouse or your significant other. I don't think that there is a guideline based off of how your relationship should run. Whether you are married, whether you're single, whether you're just dating and having a great ass time with only one person, I don't think there's a standard. I will never believe that there's a standard. In this time frame right now, like in this generation that we in right now, there's no fucking standard.
So you feel like it is what it is?
It is what it is.
I mean,
you make it what it is. You make it agree.
You can't really change a lot of things, but you know, and I know I'm fucking up a lot of her words because if you heard it directly from her, you may get a better understanding.
But I get what you're saying though.
But she was just basically saying like how she is that she's submissive. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that she's weak. She's not going to allow bullshit.
Right.
You know, but at the same time, she's more submissive. If she knows that she's about, it was another argument they was having because there was another girl next to her said, well, help me because I'm tainted. I feel like all niggas ain't shit, right? And they asked why, and they were like, cause niggas cheat. And she was like, so you think cheating is the only thing? Or would you rather a nigga that just sit on the couch and do shit, don't do nothing? Right? Just don't do anything. Yeah. But a nigga that go cheat, you know, I would rather choose that than that, right? And not necessarily, they gave the disclaimer, they not necessarily condoning that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody have their inner situations or their problems. It's not just niggas whipping dicks out and fucking everything moving. I think men have evolved in ways now where if you see a man do some shit like that, there's probably a reason behind it. You might need it, you know, before you judge him. You know what I'm saying? But it's the thing is just, I've noticed when I think about it, even back in the day, like everything wasn't perfect, but it was more parent households when you stuck with the old school way of doing things. Yeah. Even though this nigga be gone all day, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, man, you're not trying to be ripping and running with kids all day. You get this money, give me the big piece of chicken, everything good, all right, cool. That's instilled in us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're not necessarily on the soccer mom tip. We just, everybody good, everybody breathing, everybody warm, everybody full. All right, y'all have a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's like in our essence. But we, we nowadays we have to step up and be involved and be involved in more roles. You know what I'm saying? But I just noticed that now, since we're in this epidemic where a lot of women are strong and confident and it's just F everybody, there's no more full households. There's no complete
To be honest,
I don't think it's that.
to be honest with you, what I will notice is, from my experience is, most people these times, they use tradition when it benefits them the most, right?
Of course.
It's not like the back in the day where a man provides, a woman makes it at home, and that's it. It's not cut dry like that no more.
Yeah, we passed those times.
Because women out here like getting more money than men.
I think I'm speaking. I think she was speaking more specifically towards the mindset, the attitude. Like, we understand this 2020. We not expecting chicks to be in it, especially not me. If you gonna bring some bread to the table, please do. I'm not expecting.
Does anybody really want to go back there?
I'm talking
Hold on, time out. If the
talking about
cost
as
of
far as
living went back there, yeah.
No, I'm talking about as far as
No, I said
like when you approach a woman, when you like, if you're ever in a dating, we not, but if you ever in a dating lifestyle now, when you meet a girl, 9 times out of 10, her guard is up. She's already like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? There's no flattery, there's no, wow, I'm surprised you're interested, let me see what you, everything is like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? The mentality is just so strong.
But you gotta think about the dating realm. I know y'all too are not thinking about the dating realm. Us too can't think
One more
about
thing, let me add this too. I forgot, I actually said this too.
Go ahead.
The strong black woman thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was basically saying that, not a plague, but that's a title that people give us that's like, it's false. It's people are living up to this term, and it's not really a term. You never heard nobody say strong white woman, a strong Chinese woman, a strong Spanish woman. Nobody says that, but everything is about the strong black woman, and they have this stereotype, which is a big situation which separates us. Because we are dominant, and we are a dominant gene, they want to separate so we don't procreate.
But you gotta think about what we went through as black women, period. We didn't have no rights. We had to fight.
You had Jews that
had
Holocaust shit.
That don't mean shit for our race.
These niggas
We ain't talking about our race. We ain't talking about no Jews, no Chinese people, no white people, nothing. Us. We went through the worst.
So check this out. Y'all, we went through it right with y'all, and we get overlooked. Right?
Who
The black man is the most hated man in America.
Yeah.
Is by far the most hated. Black women get promotions quicker than the black man.
Cause that's their way of don't confuse that with the way of society making it okay.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, I promise you, that's society. But exactly, that's society making it okay, and that's their way of saying, oh yeah, we like black people too. Like we like y'all, but we gonna give it to y'all. We gonna give it to your women.
Since slavery is
even more so.
Since slavery
since the beginning of time, white men love black women.
Yeah, they've been this for fucking years, bro.
But see, I can't even say, damn, Shorty got a fat ass no more without it being offensive.
Because that's traumatizing.
Male dominant.
It is. No.
As far as being a male,
no,
like
as
a man,
no.
be able to say, damn, she fat.
Man, that's
right. Why would you feel like that's a compliment to a woman?
That shit back in the day,
time out. That's
I don't think back in the day they said, "Damn, she fat."
Yo, those
I can guarantee you.
Those situations pick and choose, bro. Like,
it is pick and choose.
If a chick, like, women purposely accent the curves on their body with the outfits they wear.
Yeah.
If the right nigga say, "Oh, you fat as hell," boy, stop. If it's the wrong nigga, HR.
HR,
That's true though. That's so fucking true.
First of all, you don't say no shit like that at work. I'm not saying damn you fat as hell.
I'm just saying in general in life.
That's true though. Even at the club, but it just seems like anybody Because it's not just it's on both sides. Because you have everybody. I say everybody have their period where they're actors when they first meet. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be the same exact person you were when y'all first met.
You shouldn't be. Y'all both should be growing together though.
No, but
Like, that's the thing.
these
People
are the
grow
things.
apart.
Most of the time, niggas gonna act like they got it like that and they own like that. Most of the time, women who interested in you gonna make you feel like they freaks like that. They get down like that. As y'all grow and y'all actually get into with each other, you realize this nigga ain't got shit, and this girl ain't doing that like she was. But we here and we gotta deal with it.
It depends on the situation.
I noticed that from just learning anybody who's been in a relationship and asking questions. When you first meet, that honeymoon phase is real. Niggas is out here spending their tax money. Women out here humming like jackrabbits. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, like everything good. But you try to keep up this persona, and then when you got it, you like, and then she realizes, you know what I'm saying?
Well, no. You know what? I was taught as a like a real young jit. Like, you never supposed to introduce a woman to nothing that you can't keep up with, right? So some people live by that, and some people do be like with the front and stunting. Yeah. But if I can't do it 2 times, I wouldn't do it the first time, right? Like,
there's not a lot of niggas like that. It's the majority. So a person like you who realizes that, approach a woman who been through a slew of niggas that don't think like you. When you approach, you're automatically.
But it's so difficult. It's still difficult though, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Because they've been dealt with so many niggas who pretend like they got it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they get with a dude who will really do or provide his last or whatever the case may be to make sure she happy, she think he's still the nigga that's front.
Yeah, they don't understand it.
That's hard to come over. That's hard to like. You got to think about a woman being traumatized or a person being traumatized with the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So somebody who comes at you like not even a savior, but just somebody who's different, you're gonna immediately question. Damn, are they like the regular niggas? And if he know he like the regular niggas, but just know me. To the point that he can finesse me enough to get what he want.
How long does the facade last? Like,
that's the question.
If a man show you 6 months to a year that he the same person,
it's niggas out here that would do it for 2. Yo, you gotta believe that shit.
I've been the same person my whole life, though. You know what I'm saying? So
I
had a woman I was so into. Like this was like, if I could marry this woman, I would marry this woman, right? And every time, I'm not a dude that chase for tests or try to pass the test. I'm just me all the time, right? But at the same time, I knew it was a test because after I started doing stuff, we had a conversation. She was like, yo, what's the catch? I'm like, what the fuck you mean? She was like, tell me what's the catch? Like, you're doing everything right. You're making me happy. You're making me smile. What's the catch? I'm like, that's just regular, like.
That's like what the fuck.
That goes to show.
I want you.
Like, she's been through so much in the past that when you get a dude who really is about you in the end as a female, like they go through so many dudes who front like they got it, then when they deal with a dude who really got you like he say he got you, then it gotta be some bullshit. Yeah. Like, she was like, what, you crazy or something? You a killer, what you do? Like, no, I don't hurt women. I don't put my hands on women. I don't even like to argue. I'm not confrontational when it comes to women, right? But all in all, it was more so. It's been so good for so long. It's got to be something wrong.
And do you think that falls in the category of being a guarded, strong black woman? A guarded woman, strong in the sense.
No, I said it come from
strong, not strong in the sense of you can handle your business, but strong in the sense of being like just fuck niggas, like all just right, having that stick.
So hold on, I'm gonna tell you what it is, right? One of the most major things that people don't talk about, right? I thought I had this thought in my head. I'm glad you brought the conversation up. On the way to the studio, I was like. One of the biggest secrets that people don't know to make a relationship work is keeping everybody else on the outside of our relationship out of y'all shit. Right? But these days, girls and some niggas have group chats where you date, like mostly girls, right? For dudes, you dating every girl in the group chat. You have to appease every single one of these girls. And a lot of these girls are just bitter, bro. Like, they never had a good man, don't know what it is to have a good man.
Yeah.
I went through a situation like that where I was doing everything right. And the lady I was dealing with had people in her ear who were divorced or never had a man, never had kids. I stepped into a role, played father, took care of home every day, and they told the lady who has to have her mind of her own, they still fill her information. Oh girl, you should go on strike. If he doing this, you can make him do that. It's also who you put yourself around, right? Like if you're taking bad information from people that you closest to, especially like women, they have expectations. Like some girls still actually have the list. You know what the list is? Like the list is he has to
They
be
want
this,
the
He has to have
One
six
stick.
figures.
One day, one man.
this, right? And even when a nigga hits this list, this, oh, it's something wrong, right?
Yeah.
I had a girl I really cared about tell me, you mark everything off on the list, but I just don't feel it. So I qualified for everything on the list, but you just don't feel it. How do I meet every expectation? I pass every
That
test.
choked me up, like,
Like it's hard.
a bunch of bad words coming
But that's
More of the story is,
But
No, that's just.
uh,
Go ahead.
as a man,
As a man.
as a man.
don't say that word.
Okay, then as a woman,
I'll tell you my stuff.
I'll tell you
I'll say
that
some crap. Let me get some ice, cause that shit.
as a woman, I'll say
She's hot.
that that's just a woman having a perspective based off of society's needs. So she'll make a list on her secret time and say what she really wants. And she probably has shared that list with her friends. And even if she didn't, she may not have shared that list with her friends. It's still the picture of what society is accepting of. Like what's right and what's wrong. Like a lot of women are more subject to saying, I want to live my life based off of the relationship goals. I know y'all seen that hashtag on people's shit, right? Relationship goals. So if your man you can make a list, say, I just want him to have nice toenails, his fingers to be manicured, he treats me right, and he loves my family. But he can have a hoopty, he can have a 2 9-to-5s. I don't know how that's possible, but he has 2 9-to-5s. And he got his own place. But it's the fact that he got a hoopty, he got 2 9-to-5s, and he can only show you that time after 5. So she can't go but like, oh, me and my man gonna pull up at the day party in his hoopty. Her friends were like, bitch, why you with that lame ass nigga? Because he treat me right. Because he don't hit me. Because he loves me. Because he pay my bills when I need it. Because he got 2 9-to-5s. But that's women that's subjecting themselves to society's views.
Yeah.
They saying, society said you gotta be like this. But you got a nigga that's like this. It ain't right. Can't do it, he sucks. And therefore, it makes women say, well, I don't want to take pictures with him. Well, I like him, but you know what? He treat me right. And you go with the fucked up nigga who's fucking sour as a goddamn lime and treats you like shit. And there you go. But he got a Benz. He got money.
Most niggas with money are
He got 12 or 7.
if they don't know
Get a
what
Benz,
they
niggas.
like. But understand,
Get a Benz.
but even with that,
Benz gets bitches.
having those options, because I can only think about how it was in the 60s or the 50s, right?
They say have shit.
Women didn't have those opportunities to make a list.
Nah.
You had a man who was attractive, and based off how he was raised, he was going to do everything to the T.
But they were raised right back then.
You know what
in
I'm
the
saying?
60s, it was a different type of
I mean, I'm
being
pretty sure that
raised.
they met shitty
You
dudes
should
back
think,
then.
of course.
But at the end of the day, I would only imagine that they gave every guy equal opportunity, whoever they chose to deal with.
Oh,
I
I don't know why everybody
I
thinking
don't
like
think
this
so.
shit just
But
started.
I
I
would
don't think
only
so.
imagine. I would only imagine that they would possibly, for a guy who maybe, like, let's say, I'm just hypothetically speaking, right? A guy that she met, it didn't work out for whatever reason, right? We go into the 60s and 50s in this, right? She meets another handsome guy. Does she automatically say, I don't rock with niggas because this other guy that I this other man?
It's possible.
I would just only, I feel like when, and there's nothing wrong with it, but when women gained their independence as much as men did, it foreshadowed everything as far as being a couple. Because part of being a couple, you have to pull back on some of that shit.
You do.
There's a lot of shit that I could do on my own, but I have to, you gotta deal with the fact that you have someone else. You have to include this person. It has to be the same way with the woman. And I feel like with the woman being able to say, shit, I can provide my own this, that, and the third, it allows you to make these imaginary ass niggas that you'll never see, but you still good because of the opportunities you have as a woman. Which then puts me in the perspective that you too strong. There's ways to, where you distributing that strong don't need to be here. You see what I'm saying? And society gives you that label, and you have to deal with what society provides you, right?
I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't necessarily agree with that.
All right, cool. We're gonna get off the subject.
Why?
Hold on. There's a book that I want everybody to have. It's called The Black Man's
Book alert.
The book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding Black Woman, is a book that's by Miss Shahrazad Ali.
Saying the white guy.
It's The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman, right? And it's basically tradition versus society now. And it's also, she also has a woman's guide to the black man. Yeah. And this book literally says, read this book before she does fellas. And she's a woman who's a strong black woman who believes in tradition in regards to a man being a man and a woman being a woman, right? There's still some women out here who believe in that shit. And you might not come across them, but they're definitely out here.
Yeah.
Right? And you know what's crazy? I was at this church when I was in Virginia, right? It's only really one church I went to when I was in life, right? I was at this church, and the pastor was talking, and he was giving a speech. I think it was like around Mother's Day or something like that. He was just getting on the men real bad, right? He was like, men, yeah, you see the kitchen she need help with the kitchen. You see the laundry need help with. You see she need the house cleaned up a little bit. She need help with all that. Yeah, she needs help with the kids. She need help with the dishes. She need help with this. All the women in the church was going crazy. It was going crazy. Yeah, y'all hear him? Y'all hear him? So and so and so and so. And it was like the women was really feeling it. And he said, yo, you know what, women? I got y'all in here today. You know what I'm talking about? Because when that man outside, he cutting grass, and he need the grass, help cutting the grass, and he need you to help take the trash out, or he needs you to fix that light that's way in the sky, or help with the cars. We need y'all to do that too. All the women was like, nah. All the men was laughing, you know what I'm saying? But it showed at that point, even in the church atmosphere, right, that tradition is only when it benefits the person that it benefits.
Yes.
It's not based on,
that's how it works.
I feel like this is my role and I'm gonna perform my role. It's based on what benefits me right now.
That's why niggas talking about, let's go back to the 40s and 30s. But I'm gonna let you know, that shit won't all is cracked up to be.
And won't.
So tradition is a thing, and yeah, people use it. Like I said from the beginning, people pick and choose what works for them.
Right.
But at the end of the day, my nigga, it should be the same way forever. It's just now on social media.
My thing simply is this, man. We all adults. We live in a free world, technically. you have a right to love who you want to love. You have a right to be who you want to be mentality-wise.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to,
Wash the dishes.
I mean, if you just don't want to adjust mentality-wise, period, and you're okay with your outcome, and you don't want to change, that's fine. I just found it interesting from a woman who was saying things about women, and it seems like she even said she's not talking at people. She's living by these things that she's saying and how it's working out for her. So I just found it interesting, coming from a woman's perspective, not from a man's perspective. So I just found it interesting. I had brought it up. But anyway, I want to say, rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Yes, rest in peace.
Another one added to the goddamn list, boy.
Welcome
I
to the
swear.
party.
It seems like people, especially influencers, people who are celebrities, are just driving away. I don't know what's going on this year.
I said the
year
same
before,
thing.
It just seems crazy. But thinking about that, because I don't have the full facts of the situation, but I mean, I feel like the writing's on the wall because you see these things happen plenty of times, right? It seems like those who you don't know who would do you wrong would do you wrong, right? Like the Nipsey situation. That guy wasn't technically a part of his circle, but he knew of the guy. And the guy got close enough to where he could do that to him where Nipsey didn't pay attention because of his I can't get the word right. Familiarity.
He cool with the nigga, yeah.
That's what got him close. So I feel like
thought it was cool.
No, I ain't think it was cool.
He was cool enough to be walk up on him.
Nipsey told me.
with the Pop Smoke situation, for someone to know where he's at and be able to get the drop and do things of that, I just happen to feel
They did say he did post a video prior to that happening that showed his address.
His homie.
all right, but I'm saying, so think about it. I could right now be in front of his crib, right? And you can see the numbers. You can't see the street sign. How do you know what street it's
No, he showed
it was a piece of merchandise. He was trying to show love to somebody to show him love, right?
And it had an address.
It had the address that he was
full
at.
address.
And these supposed to be random people, but like I said, I don't know all the cases. I don't know all the details.
Yeah.
But per what they're saying is this person died. He's the only person who got shot, and nobody walked out with anything. So what is the motive?
First of all, they're on another coast.
And they were saying that the call for the police came from New York.
From a New York nigga phone who was with him.
And they called the police. So
Cell phone. Virginia number.
but he's happened to be in. So like it just even with the whole situation it just bring me think. I feel like this is the reason why I think of shit like this, where I think of social anxiety, right? I feel like I have social anxiety. I don't like opening up to people that I don't know. Really, when you in those atmospheres around new people, and to just open up and talk to people, you don't know motives or anything of that nature. So it freaks you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So I grouped that in with that because I felt like in my mind it's like this is why I don't like talking because I've dealt with people outside of my circle and every time I've been disappointed. Every time.
I mean, but that's your perspective.
Yeah.
And I think it just depends on people that you do meet. So I don't think it's always going to be the same every single time. Not every time.
Yeah.
Every time you ain't gonna meet the same people with the same personalities, with the same outcomes, the same everything.
Yeah.
Like you gonna meet different people every
So
time,
you
but
know what?
you have to connect with these different people. You have to like literally have an instinct enough to know that, bullshit. All right, cool. Need to connect with that person. Like
So
you
you
have
know
to have
what?
a vibe.
This is how it coincide with each other. Now I gotta think about it like this. I was just talking about women who was like fuck niggas after they go through shit.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Then if you look at me, I'm pretty much the same way. If every person I've ever dealt with outside of my circle has disappointed me, I already put you in that category if I see you.
That doesn't surprise me. Me knowing you, that doesn't surprise me. To a stranger, they might be like, how could would you think that way? Like, I'm just like, this is a little, alright, I get it.
We came up like in the area, right? All right, so back home, right?
Yeah.
Back home, when you walking around and the nigga say what's up to you, 9 times out of 10 you gonna get the stale face back. I mean, you don't get a stale face back, right? When I first moved to Atlanta, I was walking outside and the nigga was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, fuck you mean how I'm doing? First of all, I'm having a good day, sir. How about you? You know, I'm just bad. First of all, thank you. But bitch ass nigga, shit, the reclining on my day is like that shit.
Talk about my day.
Yeah, flying back home, not like that, right?
It's not.
You in an area where you looking at every person as a person that's trying to get over. A person is just a threat, a direct threat to you at the time.
Yeah.
You just trying to make it home, or who knows what you trying to do, right? But we like different cultures and creeds. They approach each other differently. They greet each other differently. They treat each other differently. You know what I'm saying? Like you brought up Nip, right? I paid attention to one of his interviews when he said he went back to a retreat, right? And the tradition was still there, where the men went out during the day, and the women came in and they washed the man's hands, and you better not do nothing in the house. So it's different cultures do different things. I heard when you go overseas, and you stay overseas, not just when you visit or you dibble and dabble overseas and come back. I'm talking about when you actually make a living overseas, living abroad. They say that the women treat you in the way that American women wouldn't treat you. And they say if you bring a woman from overseas, she'll be Americanized within a 4 to 5 year period. And that's because of the fact that I said before, where you get around people like, girl, you do what for this nigga? Hell no, you shouldn't be doing this. You a sucker for that dumb shit. Well, over there is within their culture and whatnot to treat a man as this or treat a woman as this.
Yeah. That's real.
So it depends on where you're from, how you were raised, what you were brought up into. We always had these conversations about, you know, the difference in upbringings and the difference in how views. But the view is always going to be, it's going to start within you first, and then you see it outward. So what's instilled in you, that's how you're going to see it. Yeah. So when they get when girls or niggas got them too. I got homies around me. Females ain't shit. Fuck that bitch. Fuck this. Fuck that. That bitch a hoe. You know what I'm saying? They do wrong by women. They get a lot of play with women. Me being a good man, I get a lot of bullshit. Women, I ain't even gonna say bullshit. I'm gonna say women.
They say nice guys finish last. And I'm starting to believe that that's the truth.
That's only because you're giving, and usually givers attract takers. You know what I'm saying? It happens to good women too, where they
Givers attract takers. Yeah.
But my thing is, I guess that would have to be something that I would definitely, or I've been trying to work on, is having social anxiety, because not knowing a person's motives when they meet you. Because when you are somewhat of a celebrity or on a come up, it's hard for you to gauge people who genuinely just want to reach out to you,
exactly.
or just want to be around and soak up whatever it is you have going on. So I can only imagine how that is. With that being said, do y'all feel like it's an attack on hip hop?
What is this?
Do y'all feel like there's an attack on hip hop? Period.
You think it's
All the
always?
artists that are
been an
passing
attack.
away.
I think it's always been.
Oh, what you mean, like attack on?
Do you just feel like there's a plague on hip hop? Maybe this is a conspiracy.
No.
I think so.
No,
I think there's always been one.
It's always some conspiracy shit. Don't conspiracy shit.
So
AJ is
I
the anti.
was looking at
He's the
some shit.
anti-conspiracy person. Like, you can't talk to him about that shit.
I was looking at some shit Walker said today, and it just popped up. And I had this topic a while ago, but what he said kind of added on to this.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, y'all right here saying hip hop dangerous, man. Y'all gonna fuck up money and opportunity. people not gonna want to book y'all no more, do anything for y'all no more
That's
because
true.
y'all right here saying hip hop is dangerous.
That's true.
So every time niggas think of rappers, they think of danger, and they gonna exile y'all, they gonna kick y'all out. And he was saying like those who
was y'all though?
And what's hip hop?
No,
people
who was y'all?
rappers who are saying that hip hop's starting to be dangerous, and then there's people who support these rappers who are saying yeah you're right, hip hop is dangerous. That's what I mean.
But what's hip hop to them? Because I feel like that's right.
That's what I'm saying.
You wanna talk about
I mean,
because that's right.
But my thing is basically what he was saying was whatever lifestyle that you live and what you rap about is what you attract, right? So if you gang bang rapping, then you gotta deal with that lifestyle.
Right.
If you rap about anything about violence, then you attract that. That doesn't include the whole hip hop community. But you know how society is, they want to group everything together.
Of course.
One apple spoils the bunch.
Of course.
So if you got a few people over here making ruckus and saying, yo, hip hop dangerous, they gonna say, oh, all these niggas is fucked up. Backpackers and everything. This nigga rapping about fucking Jesus Christ, he's dangerous. Jesus Christ.
I say everybody has their own perception. I say everybody has their own perception anyways, right? Now, what you saying is right. What you put out is what you're gonna attract. Which is why, if you follow Currency, I listened to a Currency interview, right? He was with No Limit, he was with Cash Money. Both he said, hey man, that just wasn't in my vibe. Like every nigga over here is gangster. Every nigga over here is dope boys. That's not me. My vibe is smoking
weed, driving cars,
being calm, being relaxed.
Yeah.
So what I attract at my shows is cars, people who smoke weed, people who lay back. That's the kind of people he's saying you attract because that's the energy you project.
Yeah.
So what you put out is what's gonna come back.
Yeah.
So when you making a record, talking about you got 1,000 choppers and you ready right now, you gonna have another nigga who feel like
I want to check that temperature.
no, not just that, but nigga who says I'm with you. I got 100 choppers outside. And once you got 500 people outside who feel like the man that got choppers, then there's gonna be a shootout somehow, some way. Or you're gonna see somebody you don't know. Somebody you don't like necessarily. And then that's gonna be a situation that's gotta be addressed right then and there. You know what I'm saying? It's all on what you put out.
So we all can agree that there's no plague on hip hop.
No.
It's just the fact that I feel like it's such a powerful thing and it's
Hip-hop
not
is
going
life.
anywhere
So,
that maybe people could find an opportunity to try to tear this shit down.
yeah.
So let's go ahead
They
and
never trying to do that for the
let's
beginning.
dispel
That
this
shit is the
rumor.
biggest
Let's dispel this rumor right now.
form of
Ladies
music
and
ever,
gentlemen,
nigga.
listen to me. There is no plague on hip hop. Hip hop is not dangerous. You only attract what you exude. If you're exuding violence, it's coming back to you. So whatever type of rapper you are, if you're not about that life and you're perpetrating that life,
Don't be that guy.
there you go.
Come get a grand from him.
Rap about bunnies.
Take grade from him.
As we continue on. Oh, I know y'all seen this video. Shit went viral. I know y'all niggas know what I'm talking about too.
Sorry.
I at least want a Rolex or a chain or something.
Oh, that nigga was tripping.
This nigga wildin'.
He bugging.
He wild the fuck out. She might have a whole real estate.
So listen.
Whole fucking real estate.
Alright, I'm gonna give him 2 seconds.
You gonna play devil's advocate?
I'm gonna play devil's
Please don't do
Not
that.
do this.
You cannot.
Listen.
No, sir.
Listen.
On
On one hand,
He wild the fuck out.
This nigga different.
He wild the fuck out.
I just want to explain on both ends. I'm being neutral here.
I don't understand.
There's no way.
Listen,
I don't understand.
on one
Let's
end,
do it together.
listen.
You play one side, I do the other side.
What side you gonna play?
Choose one. I do the one you don't like.
No, I really want to aim towards his side. Reason why, because I figured out.
Oh, so do that shit
Got it,
first.
got
Do that shit first.
His side.
I want to see like he wanted a
Yes.
Rolex opposed to some
No,
property.
because
Okay, so I'm in. No, go ahead.
all right.
His side.
So the rental
Niggas just
property
wanna see his
situation, right? I'm not really up on that. I don't really know like too much on it, right? But when somebody provides you a property, that you own.
I know I said.
You see what you see that? I'll make this turn.
Smart man.
This is moonshine. You better pay up, nigga.
Go ahead. Go ahead, look.
Alright, so
Pay up, nigga.
Bad little bit. Feel like Mace.
something ain't much.
I know you in town this weekend too.
Yeah.
We just pay up.
Damn,
You in town. I can sing Jodeci songs if you. You need this bottle? Okay. Cool.
No, I'm good.
Go ahead.
Alright, so with rental
The
properties,
nigga don't know what to do.
but I'm saying with rental properties, and the thing is, I heard is they post this place. It's a bando, like it's a boarded up bando. So the money that even though they bought the property, the money that you have to put in to fix it up, eventually it will pay off for you. But you're gonna go through hell before you get to heaven. Are you prepared for that? Versus getting your Rolex and your chains,
Exactly.
because real Rolexes actually appreciate.
Exactly.
They don't depreciate. So the older the Rolex, the more the money.
Exactly.
So I just think about if you're prepared, because me, I looked at it too, yo, you gave this nigga a property, that's dope. But if you give me a boarded up bando with shit in it, I gotta come out
Hold on.
all this money to fix it up.
I seen that video. I ain't see the property get shown on the video.
They said somebody posted the house. I haven't seen it. Somebody posted the house and showed the house.
Does that matter to you?
Was it her?
Nope.
So
It
okay,
shouldn't
think
matter.
about
I don't
it. This is
But I'm saying
that
this
shit
is the
shouldn't
thing.
matter.
If
Because
someone
do she know about this shit? She might not know what she was doing.
She knew what she
Like
was
I
doing.
feel like before you make a decision like that, you should consult with me and
She knew what
consult
she
with
was doing.
someone who knows about
First
it.
of all, it's a fucking gift, bro.
Now, if she
It's
knows,
a gift.
great. I'm not saying that it was wrong that what she did because that's the gift that keeps giving.
Yeah.
But
maybe,
what you gotta do to get the gift back?
maybe.
Because maybe this shit can shut down on you.
I take that shit all the way back to being a motherfucking man.
No.
Nah, I take that shit back to it. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say.
So, all right,
Let me tell you
ask you
something.
this.
Yo,
All
Mike.
right, hold on before you go. Let me ask you this real quick. All right, so you give me the property, right? Boom. We get the property. I look at everything. Get these Mexicans. Shout out to my Mexicans. I'm sorry.
Orderly.
Migos.
Oh my God, I fuck with y'all a long way for real.
Orderly.
I go get my Mexican homies. They put the shit together. Nigga, it's 40 grand to set this shit up. So I said, hey babe, you taking 20 out of mine, 20 out of yours. We gotta scramble this shit up. And you, nigga, what the fuck you mean? Like, you
But
not
why would
gonna
I
be
do that
upset?
way if I want you the property?
Because you might not be aware of that.
It don't matter. I'll put my
Once
foot
you give me
in
the
my mouth.
deed, it's done.
I'll put my foot in my mouth. If we a couple,
It might not work like that for him.
He might have to fuss, yell, pull teeth with his woman, but
I just
the
honestly
motherfucker,
feel
you
like
bought it for me.
for shit like that, a Rolex, I ain't gotta consult with you about. But a
Man.
property, I think we need to talk about.
I do
You
not
gotta
agree.
think about it. This is how you gotta think about it. We know what people can do with properties, right?
Yeah.
You can take that and flip that, right?
Okay.
Okay. He's not looking at he's looking at it like, I'm assuming he's looking at it like, I don't know what to do about flipping a property.
Okay.
Yeah, he can do his research and figure it out. Cool. Right? It's like me gifting you anything that I'm like, hey, I'm gonna give you this book set. I sell books. If you go flip these books, you can make $10,000. If you don't know how to fucking flip books, that shit is worthless to you. That's what I'm assuming. Now me, I would have been happy with the property and I would have kind of figured whatever it out and looked at it like that. Rolex, I don't really give a fuck. That would have been kind of cool, but I wouldn't have stressed it as much as a property. But I also don't have the means of money or to know how to flip a property. But I would have figured it out.
Cause you got one. I got one now.
I was like,
I got
yo,
one.
that's what's up.
You know, I got one
It's a
now.
fucking
At least that would put a man like myself or us, right?
Yeah.
I would at least try to figure out, all
Niggas
right,
flip mad shit.
I got this
out
property,
here, right?
now I'm gonna start learning some shit. Now you put me in some shit, now I wanna learn now, right? So at least that. I wouldn't just give up because it costs for you to get this deed on this property for me to own, right? You put it in my name, you paid for it, you did all this shit. So at least I could do is get the research.
Nigga, if I was like, I got this gift for you. I rolled back this little U-Haul truck up. Open the shit up. 10 pounds. It was 10 pounds of weed in there.
I don't smoke.
And I
Yeah, flip it.
get it, you can flip, right?
Go get it
And
and flip it.
look, see, I'm gonna back it up to your house and your house. Y'all niggas gonna do two different things with that shit.
Come get a pound from me.
You see what I'm saying? Y'all niggas will be like, well, you like, oh my God, this nigga.
I'm rich. I'm rich.
This nigga one nigga gonna sell the shit out of it.
One nigga gonna smoke the shit out of it.
And one person gonna smoke it and sell a little bit at the same time.
So I got a question as far
You just gotta know
as
what you gotta do.
what was the standard of their relationship? Say he want a no shit nigga. Say he ain't had no job, won't doing shit, and she was like, I'm doing everything.
You don't necessarily
I'm
know.
gonna buy you what's
You
on the
gonna
property, nigga.
But
You
you
gonna do this fucking work. You gonna do this fucking
I
work.
would respect it more
Yeah,
if
real
she
shit.
did the
though.
research before. And we don't know. We don't
Well,
know.
let's get
We
past
don't
that.
know.
Let's get past the fact that she
No, because
maybe she
These
did research.
niggas can fuck you out your money.
I mean,
on the
I
spot.
got you.
I go find me a empty spot right now
That's
and draw up a
easy.
contract and say, hey, it's all yours.
That's
And
easy,
say, have a
but
good day and be gone.
that's easy. But at the same time,
I
what
think-
was the stipulation? Shut up. What was the stipulation of their relationship? Like, was he a man that was out here grinding? Was he a rapper doing what he had to do? Was she somebody who was like a model who had money that she just had to throw? Like,
It don't
was she
matter.
trying to uplift him and say,
By the-
I always heard you telling me that you
by
wanted
the
property?
By the way,
He definitely say y'all.
by the way she went about it, right? Versus the way he received it
How he reacted.
and how he reacted to it, right? I would say she's a woman that's far past him when
Absolutely.
it comes to hustling money.
Absolutely, I agree.
I got him being a nigga who don't understand that she just set this nigga up for wealth for the rest of his life.
First glance. Yeah.
Nigga said he wanted
We
to roll
don't
it.
know. First glance,
Don't
I
know.
agree.
It's a lot of
You
loose
just
ends in
don't
this
know.
situation.
Because again,
That's why I'm
if
only
you
speaking
give
on
me,
both halves.
if you back them 10 pounds up to me, I'm gonna look at you like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you do know what to do with this.
No, I don't know what to do.
You definitely know what to
I'm
do
gonna
with this.
give it to you.
We keep it more technical. On that same note, we keep it more technical, right? A person who knows nothing about weed, right?
Yeah.
It looks green and it smells
That's
like
it. And niggas like to smoke that.
a person who's
You
more.
wanna smoke some weed right now?
If you decided right now and you just took it upon yourself, let's say we got money together, right? We put money in a pot and you just make your own decision to go buy 10 pounds of weed.
Yeah.
You ain't consult with me or nothing, right? You go get this weed, you come back, it's oregano, but they dyed it and some shit, right?
Shit.
Instead of consulting with me and we try to figure this out, you made the decision
I like
before
that.
consulting with me.
So
You see
basically,
what I'm saying?
yeah, because the oregano was like, if she bought the shittiest house,
Do she know that she bought the shit in
it's
his
not
house?
his house. It's
Did y'all find the property that
No,
she gave
we
this
don't
man?
know.
Okay, let it go.
What if she was like, what if I was like, down,
Let it go.
I bought you this crib,
Let
he
it
ain't
go.
go. And you was
No.
like, nigga, this shit is not only
So,
on sale.
We
Well,
have
I'm
to judge it
I'm going to
based
give her the
off
benefit
of.
of the doubt.
You
I'm gonna
have
give her
to.
We're going to say that she did all the research and everything,
Or
and she
not.
had the money. No, I'm not excluding this. I'm not excluding that. No. I'm going to put
Let's
her.
just say she
I
did.
know. I'm going to put her in the highest.
Oh my
category.
god.
This woman did all the research. She talked to the guy, looked at everything, said, "Cool, here's the money, here's the paperwork. I'm gonna give it to him, but I know this nigga gonna want a Rolex." Little bit, he knows that I know about properties.
Yep.
He know that I'm a property girl, and I know how to do
This
this.
shit don't got no plumbing.
It got
No air conditioning.
no. Put her in the high
Okay.
standard. We're gonna assume that this is a
Some
dumb
kind of
ass
windows.
nigga who want trinkets.
Okay.
But she does this. She do this.
She do this.
But she wanna include him in this move, right?
So-
Because you're speaking Rolexes, that means y'all got money, so it's
No,
coming from
she got
somewhere.
bread.
I'm
She
saying.
got bread.
It's coming from somewhere.
She got bread.
And when he said he
Well,
wanted a
yeah,
Rolex,
Rolex.
she said, "I told you what I tell you."
Yes.
What I tell you.
I heard that.
She said that.
She
So
did.
I'm gonna assume that she knows about this property lifestyle, bought this property, gave it to him, and we're gonna keep it there. If that's the fact, then I'm putting all the blame on him for being a dumbass.
I go with that, yeah.
If all of that is the case, if she knew what she was doing, because money got to be coming from somewhere for you to be making these type of decisions.
Yeah.
So as a black woman, I doubt you just gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this house with all this money, and you gonna do ask some type of question about it or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to go buy a car from whole lot of auto parts. You know what I'm
Why is
saying?
that always the main place I think of?
Don't go by yourself so you don't know about cars. So these are the things that I'm saying. So I'm just gonna assume that she knew about this because they was talking big money talk. I wouldn't have had this talk about no real Rolexes because I know how much they cost.
Yeah.
You know? So if you buy a rental property, I'm just gonna assume that you actually do this. And for you to even assume that to even make that decision, that you know something about it. Or somebody turns you on to that. And you say, you know, I'm gonna do this for my man. Now, if that's the case, he's a sucker.
More of this story is she fucked up.
Wow.
He's a sucker. He's a sucker if she took all of that initiative and made sure that he was set up nicely. All he gotta do is just
I would have
maintain the property.
I would have took that and figured it out. And honestly, it would have been like a really fucked up place. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's a problem. I would have been 38 about that.
Man,
if I showed up to this property,
I still would have been
this grass,
shit too.
this is
a given.
You got boards on the windows. It's a crack house.
It's a given.
Like, come on, bro. Can we at least talk about it?
Time out. Let's talk about gentrification since you want to do that.
Shit, we can go there.
So when you talk about if it's in the hood or it's the trap house, yada yada yada, the same shit been happening in the hood for years, right?
Yeah.
So she gives this man an opportunity to make something good in a bad neighborhood, even at the worst, right?
This community.
So when
Like
you think about gentrification, they say white people buy certain areas in the hood and they make it so black people can't afford it. Mm-hmm. This is an opportunity, even if it's in a bad neighborhood, before it's gentrified by white people, because it's eventually going to be there, for the black man to have ownership in that area.
Okay,
True, but how much as a black man are you willing to put into something like that?
Man, for a nigga to say, can you see that far in the future? For a nigga to say,
I'm gonna risk it all because I know one day this property it's gonna
check this. So check this. I ain't never had. You really gotta tell me. I never had a woman in a good enough space to expect a fucking Rolex, bro. Like, so if she bought me, like, I'd be happy when a chick buy me a shirt or some food.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that is awesome.
So the niggas, that's why I say, in the story, the nigga fucked up.
That show you cared about me.
It was like, I would buy you a Rolex or a property. I'd be like, well, I'd just be surprised.
Yeah,
right.
But I would like to talk more about the property. Right there, then you have my antennas rolling up. If you was to give me a choice right now and say for your birthday, I'm thinking either a Rolex or a property. My next thing gonna be about, so what's up with this property?
Yeah.
You see it? What it look like?
Yeah.
I'm asking questions about the property instantly.
Yeah, she already here, and his mind stay here, right? So even if we talk about the lowest level, right? You mentioned Mexicans, right? Mm-hmm. I know Mexicans can build the hell out of the crib, right? Mm-hmm. I know I can pay Mexicans. I will pay them properly, but based on what stereotypes are, I can pay Mexicans next to nothing to make this bullshit into something, right? Beautiful. So even in the worst case scenario, I could have got something for free and turn it into a fortune. I could have utilized my resources. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Everybody got an uncle or a cousin or somebody they can go talk to say, what do I do with this? In this case, you had an actual female who knew to invest in the property.
Mm-hmm. Ready to give you the whole everything.
See, a lot of niggas, right, they be so high and their ego is so macho, it is crazy, right? They will not learn from the woman they with. They feel like they have to be in control all the time and she always has to listen. But if you got a woman who can teach you some shit, can put you on game, nigga, sometimes it's best to be able to delegate the work and sit back and let her.
Nobody gonna know game other than if you sit there and listen to a woman. I learned a lot from women.
She was
As
smarter
you
than
should. As you should.
People are more willing to give up information to a woman before they give information to a man.
Hands up, no. True. They are.
Straight up.
Yeah. That's a shot.
Straight up and down. But anyway, if all that's the case, you a sucker, man.
Oh, that's the case. You was a sucker, man.
Yeah, but I just feel like communication is the key as well. I wouldn't want to make a big investment without consulting with my partner.
Right.
Because I feel like the woman would be mad at me if I made a big ass investment in something that she didn't know
that's
about.
The real
and it's our money.
That's the real part of the story.
So we don't know the whole story.
No, that's not what's saying. What's the stipulation between all that?
On both ends, he a sucker. But communication is the key.
If your girl bought you,
if it's her money that she risking, then
if your boo bought you a Fiat,
so we don't really know. We don't know.
Even if your boo bought you a Fiat,
paid off,
straight up,
nigga, I got a car that's free.
$30,000, and you driving in the buggy. You happy?
My nigga,
yes.
I'm out here in the buggy every day.
I would pay the
I'm talking about in the real buggy. You good?
Niggas gonna be punching themselves when I ride past.
I bet when you come home, you gonna be like, oh damn, thank you. But you gonna be like,
I gotta drop this fucking Fiat.
You gonna say, you could have told me this was a Fiat.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful, but like,
I'm gonna ride this.
I would have took the Honda.
Yeah.
Even in a worst case scenario, this shit is a bando. He seemed like he was a street nigga by the way his man was.
So that's why the other half of the video, you got like, I got the fingers on the corner, but damn.
In the worst
right
in the worst case scenario, I'm trapping out that building.
I'm sorry.
In the worst case scenario, I'm trapping out that building. If that's the worst case,
and give him the tagline.
But then I blame the woman. I blame the woman who put him in that predicament. If she wanted him to do better, why would you put him in a place to hustle drugs? And then if he ain't working and got no bread, who gonna put the money into fixing the motherfucker?
So my point is, either way, on any level, he could have did something with it.
Of course, but just understand.
Sold drugs out of it.
If it was
You put
fucked
your thumb
up,
up.
it's a lot you gotta put into it.
You put your thumb up.
And I be damn that woman gonna put everything into that property under your name, unless she just love you to fucking death.
Don't
but anyway,
you could have did that. You see what I'm saying? That's when you really count.
It's too much shit that he could have did for that shit to be a bad situation. Let's go something else.
Go ahead.
Whatever.
Cause she's a very kinky girl.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking Gucci.
Don't take no time.
I was definitely on
Gucci. Kinky girl.
Anyway, Rick James, I don't know if y'all heard about this.
Bruh.
There is a,
No.
I think it's a white woman. I don't know if it's a white woman. A white woman. I think it's a white woman.
Who? What creep?
Who is
What kind of, is it Cool Whip?
Cool Whip.
It's a woman
She white.
who is
I don't know who it is actually.
who is
From the Caucasus
actually
Mountains?
suing Rick James's estate for an accused rape that happened back in 1970.
There's
First-
no way.
first-
70s.
It's gonna get thrown out of court.
First off, let me just say, let me be the first to say.
Because this shit, hold on, because I just threw this out, but my question is this.
Is she white?
Can you hear me right there?
My question is this. It seems like there's a new trend of people kicking people while they're dead.
That's not no trend. It's always
It's
been
always been that way.
I feel like
I totally agree with
people
that.
are targeting people who are influential in people's lives.
They did the shit to Michael Jackson.
That's what I'm saying, but that just started though.
Bill Cosby too.
Bill just say all the way back.
That nigga's definitely.
All the way back.
Yeah, what I'm saying, we talking about all of the main things that recently happened. You got Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, right? You have these guys. R. Kelly is still alive, so at least we can give him that, right? R. Kelly, at least he's still alive.
Bill
R. Kelly.
Bill Cosby is kind of.
Bill Cosby's still alive.
R. Kelly.
Bill Cosby's still alive.
And they hit you with the Facebook.
Yeah, but Michael Jackson's passed away. It just recently happened with Kobe, which I want to say something as far as
So we're gonna
situation.
skip that. We're gonna skip that. No, we're not gonna get
Let's leave Kobe where he is.
Shout out to Lisa Leslie. Y'all saw Lisa Leslie. But keep going.
So my thing about the Rick James situation, I just don't understand why that is even allowed. It just seems like it's a popular thing to try to degrade a person when he's no longer on earth.
You understand?
Why even try to rob this man for money? He's not even here no more.
So
Like this shit happened over how many years ago? Like, you suffering that long?
Where are the new documentaries about all the white rapists? Where are they?
Harvey Weinstein just got caught for just two accounts. Just two accounts. But nobody's covering this shit.
Where's the documentary?
Nobody covers
Where's the documentary on Donald Trump? That nigga said you
said
can grab about the
Yes, that's a classic.
Why are y'all so surprised?
We're not.
I'm not
But you know what?
surprised, but hear me out. Why are our people, meaning black people, so offended or surprised at things like this? Like,
I'm gonna tell you why.
Like, why? Y'all know.
It's because they using black women to destroy black men.
But listen,
No, that's
I
it.
don't think that is more.
They were never black.
I don't think
Only
that.
thing that black was color purple.
I don't think
that's black.
I honestly don't think that is more that we're surprised. I think that we're just fed up, right? And then us as black folks, when we fed up, we speak on shit.
We should have been fed.
So when you upset, you yell about it, right? Like, you think about it, right? You let shit build up, and when you can't take it, you just blurt it out.
We couldn't take it 500 years ago.
But I'm saying this is a good thing though, because now it's being covered. People are gathering attention and speaking about it, so there's attention on these things.
It's gonna die off.
You know, at the end of the
Nothing
day.
about our society has ever been consistent about an act or a cause for black people.
Well,
Nothing has. Even in our entire society, even in us, we as black people, we make it important because it's popular for a little bit, and then we let it die off. And then it is what it is. So why I asked the question of why does something like this bother us so much? That this happens, because it's going to be repeatedly. It's going to happen next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and again, the year after that. And we're going to be excited for 5 fucking months, if that, maybe 2 or 3. And then we're going to let it die down, and then get excited about some other shit, and then, like, it's a repeat. I know y'all don't look at the government like I do. Fuck the government in my eyes, okay? So, we got the coronavirus right now. That shit is popular. Okay, but we have deaths every day with police violence against black people, and it can be a man or a woman. But the coronavirus comes out and it's popular right now. So that is them taking away from all the everyday shit that's happening right now. So the coronavirus is taking up, it's all around everything. This whole war right now is the coronavirus. But black people dying every day is just this one little cup. That's it. There's one cup. But like literally 2 weeks ago, it was the whole wall. Black people dying. Black lives matter. We need to protest. We need to do this. And then it goes back down to this little cup. And we look at this cup again, and we're like, damn. But the coronavirus is huge. So I look at our government as saying, they want to take black people, which they have done for years. Just a moment that they took us from where we were supposed to be. I'm talking like ancient times, slavery times, like taking us from Africa and wherever else we came from, bringing us over here, limiting us down to whatever they want us to be, to them, what they want us to do for them. You know what I'm saying? To our modern day society. We're here, modern day society. This is us. This is all of America. But this is us. But we are. It's so crazy that.
So what do you suggest people do? Because I feel like, and I speak for the majority of us as black folks. We have a mentality: if it ain't me and mine, I'm not bothered. Right? If it don't affect me or mine, I'm not moving.
That's what's fucked up.
So now, at least you can speak about it, right? I don't give you a whole bunch of credit, but fuck it. At least speak about it. Someone of stature, someone of influence speak his mind out about somebody who clearly did something wrong and spoke from his heart how he felt or who he is, and you take it literal and you blow the shit up. Snoop Dogg is on Red Table Talk. I know y'all seen the clip. There is a clip. I don't think the full interview came out yet, but there is a clip, and I love Jada Pinkett, but I feel like the way that she went, judging by the clip, I didn't see the whole interview, so I'm going to give you a benefit of the doubt, but judging by the clip, it seems like when she said, oh, when you said what you said, it's like you took the power away from me, you took the power away from Willow, you took the power away from my mom, and all of us as women, it's just, you just took, like, you made it such a
Because he called him a bitch.
What did he say?
He said, can I give her one?
Can I get which one?
He said, you dog-faced bitch.
Yeah.
So who?
Gail King.
Yeah.
Because of what she said about Kobe. And he said, you better chill out before we come see about you, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Now, come on, man. It's just like telling my child, I'm gonna whoop your butt. Hey, I don't want to whoop your butt. You know what I'm saying?
But chill the fuck out.
Like, relax. Like, at the end of the day, we talk with Ebonics. We have Ebonics with what we speak about. Snoop Dogg, they know who Snoop Dogg is. Snoop Dogg knows what he has at risk. He can't openly, freely talk, so now you at Red Table Talk being drilled and saying you specifically calling somebody a dog-faced bitch
Man.
is a problem. And I want to make this clear. Everybody ain't kings. Everybody ain't fucking queens. I'm sorry.
Damn right.
At the end of the day, for you to be labeled something, you're not a general if you're not in the fucking military.
Hell yeah.
You're not a lieutenant if you're not in the fucking military. You're not a manager if you don't get promoted to one.
Shit.
So just because you black, why should I call you a king or queen if you don't show that?
Yeah.
What do bitches do? They stir up shit.
Yeah.
Gail King was a bitch at that time. You a dog-faced bitch. I said what I said. I meant what I meant. That's how I felt.
So she said she felt like when just the word using the word bitch, she took it.
When you
She
said
took
that,
it in the general sense.
oh, when you said that, you took the power away from me.
First of all,
Away from us as women.
it's
And
Jada.
it just made me feel like.
It's fucking Jada. She's on the hierarchy as Beyonce. They
And
don't
I just feel like
a
because
fucking. They don't have nothing. They have nothing relative to people that's at our level. You gotta think about it.
yeah.
They have nothing that's relative. Nothing. Like literally nothing. So there's nothing that Jada Pinkett can say to me that's not. Even if it wasn't motivated.
We don't know. But yeah, I feel you. I agree.
I
feel
get
you.
it.
I agree with you, but
So you feel like you can be so far removed from everyday life that you haven't lived in so long that you can't relate?
Yes.
I feel like once you're a nigga,
Yes.
you always a nigga.
No.
you can lose your nigga.
You can use your nigga. You can lose your nigga.
Dog.
You can lose your nigga.
Most niggas don't.
You could be
But
a
you
type.
can lose your shit.
You
Like,
could be a type.
Jada lost that shit.
no,
Lil lost that
you
shit.
can lose your shit.
I use this for an example. Right? 40-year-old virgin. When fucking was it 40-year-old virgin? When the old boy worked at the TV store.
Yeah.
And
That was
And he was professional. And he kept fucking with him. He said, you want a nigga? Nigga, here, nigga.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. We have it inside of us, but we know how to.
Yeah. We can just be like, oh, man.
But anyway, if you piss me off, I have a right to talk the way that I want to talk. This is the way I was raised. I'm not fabricating this. I grew up like this. I've been around niggas playing spades. My people's playing spades, getting drunk, talking all that shit. I grew up from that.
But to be disconnected is different.
No. If
I mean,
the next,
yeah,
if for the next
yeah.
10 years today, next 10 years, we live Hollywood Hills. This shit just get picked up tomorrow. And we out there. We living that life. I'm talking about like living that life so fast where we still within our circle, right? But that's it. And but we still mingling with the mingles and we still having these meetings and we living our honest up going through the industry life, right?
Yeah.
You disconnected from fucking
A lot.
Virginia. We disconnected from Virginia right now. Right now.
Stop moving.
Hold on, no, let me say it like that. Disconnected. We disconnected to a park right now. But if you go there, nigga, you can get phone calls, you can get text messages. But if you don't be able to hit the street and talk to the people that's in that street for a while, you can say you connected, but even the people I'm talking about 10 years. So, first off, you're 40-something, 30-something, damn near 40-something, right? You disconnected in that way. Like, you gotta take all that shit into account. Yes, you can. You can be disconnected, and sometimes you fucking choose to.
Yeah.
Right? You fucking choose to. It's not like I don't want to be connected to my people no more. I'm not gonna get back or whatever. Like, it's not that part. It's like,
Yeah,
I'm not on that shit no more.
But I'm saying the thing
I
is,
don't know about. I don't know. Like, I'm not a. You can. I don't know why I keep on using drugs tonight. My apologies.
But that's real.
But I'm just fuck it. I'm trying. Like, if you hustle on the corner,
yeah,
right?
you became the man.
And you became the man, you can tell a nigga how to hustle on the corner, but 10 years of being the man, you can't tell a nigga how to hustle on the corner for real.
So what I tell you is this, right? In my opinion, this is just my opinion, right?
Yeah, you be disconnected.
I come from so far the bottom that I would never feel like I'm not connected. I still have so many. I still have so many daily ties. So many people I interact with on a daily basis. This from the same place I'm from. This is come from the same creed and cloth I come from. And I'm still 100% connected. Like, I might not live in the state, but the state is me.
True. But that's like the supervisor saying, I used to be on the phones. I work with y'all every day that's on the phones, but I ain't been on the phones.
You know what? My supervisor was like, what you gonna do, shoot me? And I was looking at him like, you watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Your supervisor really can't say,
Kind
I know what you said. The supervisor can't say,
the rich at all. You don't play like that. The niggas so postal,
You don't know how to say it.
Because a motherfucker don't know that that's really you.
Yeah.
You don't know
Like-
that shit
like-
for
That's
real.
true though.
Like, nigga, I would sit in the bushes and wait on you. Now I would do homework on
That's
you.
true.
I work with you every day.
That's true.
You don't understand. I'm just
So fucking
that's
true.
crazy.
So fucking true. I mean, but on some real shit though, like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's just.
Yes, saying. Come on, bro. This is not
This one is the chicken one. Okay.
with the lines and the colors.
Yes, yes. She got fucked up for a moment. Back.
Excuse us, we're back.
Hello.
Well, we actually,
I did a little real fast.
we're gonna actually have to wrap this up, though.
Okay.
Alright, so go ahead.
Final thoughts. Just final thoughts on this topic
Everything.
alone.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna recap it real fast. Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Not all, but some bitches ain't shit.
Yeah,
Alright,
I gotta agree.
people be tripping. You wanna go back to the 60s? There's a lot of shit that fucked up back then.
We
Yeah.
don't know nothing about it.
Don't do it.
Nothing.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Been drinking. Coronavirus. That shit is mad real. Eat some vitamin C.
I'm tell you how stupid niggas is. I'm tell you how stupid niggas is too.
Drink some lights off. My sister told me drink lights off.
Corona sales has went down
38%.
because of fucking Corona. That's how stupid
I want to talk about that.
motherfuckers is.
Keep going. Keep talking. Keep going. No, keep going.
Because I'm saying.
No, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Okay, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Alright, so coronavirus has been around.
No, you're not allowed to tell what I was gonna say.
Coronavirus has been around, but it's just a new strain that has
Look,
come out.
listen,
That's lame.
listen. Hold on, listen. I don't know how much battery power, how much tape we got. So let me go ahead and end this properly. I just want to let you know. Just want to let you know. I say you one thing.
Okay, so
Come on.
what they telling me is
Facts.
all this shit, all these stops finna go down.
Oh yeah.
Delta, Frontier, all that Southwest, all that shit finna go down because you can't fly.
His sticks now.
No. Cruise ships, all that shit finna go down. If you are in stocks, you need to go into it right now. While that shit is going down, let somebody get paid. Because bitch gonna come right back up. And best believe our government knows that. And this shit ain't gonna spread past fucking Italy and goddamn where they said it's in Italy and Switzerland right now. White people. White people.
What? We got me?
No white people.
White people? Why?
White people. White people.
cars.
I like to know.
Get in your socks. Get in your socks.
It's quats. It's not white. It's quat.
What?
Quat.
Go ahead, Lo.
Quat.
Go ahead, Lo. Close them on out.
Alright, so basically, man, what you heard today is just simply this, man. It's not, just always remember this. It's not fact, it's not fiction. Make your own depiction,
Yeah.
but it's our point of view.
Oh!
Next time, catch you niggas later.
Come on, niggas. Tagline.
Come get the brand from me.